Hello and welcome to Quays News. I'm Ellie.
And I'm Evie. Here's what's coming up on this International Women's Day special.
I went to Walk for Women to find out what this day means to the women of Manchester.
Find out how Muslim women's culture is being celebrated through art.
You know, without women, the world wouldn't exist. Women give birth to children, mashallah. They raise families, they raise children.
And finally, it's International Barbie Day.
We'll take you back in time to when she was first invented and find out how she's changed. Women have been fighting for their rights for centuries, and now, on International Women's Day, the fight continues.
I went to Walk for Women to see what the people of Manchester think about this day.
Come on now!
It's International Women's Day, a day to celebrate women and their history. And this group of people have come together to march down the streets of Manchester to promote equality and better opportunities for women.
The World Economic Forum has said that it will take probably around about 136 years for women to reach gender equity. I think that's a lot of time. I think we should move it forward a lot more. Time to celebrate for women, but it's also a time to remind people how important and positive women are in the whole economy.
Personally, I think every day is a Women's Day, but it's very nice to have one that's actually International Women's Day. It's a celebration of all our ancestors, you know, of all the women that have gone before, and quite often they get lost in history. Making sure that, you know, the voice of women is heard, really, in all its different guises and languages and countries.
After the death of Mahsa Amini in police custody, women's rights in Iran have become a global focus.
Women's rights for Iran!
All women are fighting for freedom in Iran and want to live the way they want to live, rather than being forced to do things such as wearing the hijab.
The experiences that women share globally, that the issues that we have that are different in different parts of the world, but actually ultimately are still rooted in our womanhood. We know how often women's contributions have been ignored, have not been taken seriously. You know, the fact that we have to define women's history, whereas men's history is just one history.
Manchester has a rich suffragette history with women who changed the world, and marches like these continue this tradition. Eleanor Haynes, Quays News, Manchester.
The aftermath of the earthquake in Turkey and Syria has inspired a community centre in Manchester to lend a hand.
They're selling goods made by women, with proceeds going to charity helping those in need. Afifa has more.
Hats, toys and gloves bound for Turkey and Syria. These donations have been gathered by the Turkish community, who know all too well the pain of what's going on for their relatives back home.
I have a cousin who lives in Kahramanmaraş, which is one of the main cities that got affected by the earthquake. Like, they just basically, on the first shake, they just got down and get into the car and drove to Istanbul. And now I know that all her kids are really badly affected. They have the nightmares about it and stuff, even though they know they're safe.
On International Women's Day, the Northwestern Turkish Community Association held an event to sell arts, crafts and other goods that were all made by women. The proceeds are all going towards Turkey and Syria, who were struck by a 7.8 magnitude earthquake in early February. The event also organised performances such as poetry and choir to relay the struggles that people are going through right now.
I'd like to, of course, celebrate International Women's Day, come together as women and people who want to support women and women's rights. Of course, and we wanted to raise funds to help the earthquake victims. Our communities are all stuff like that. So yeah, of course, raising awareness and supporting those women.
The horrors that struck Turkey and Syria will leave a mark on the communities forever. Fundraisers and events like Women's International Day is a chance for people to come together and give what they can to help the people affected. The event was originally going to be held just for International Women's Day. However, the Turkish community managed to quickly turn it around to raise funds for charities who are working on the ground.
But on the second earthquake, their house, their building completely collapsed to the ground. So they lost everything they own basically, including the house. But we're just very thankful that they're still alive.
Afifa Raza, Quays News, Manchester.
In celebration of Muslim women and their culture, MacFest, a Muslim arts and culture festival organisation, has hosted an immersive event into local art to help unite women.
Our reporter Brooke Hennigan went to find out more.
In celebration of International Women's Day, MacFest are highlighting Muslim women, their faith and creativity. Women from cultures including Sudanese, Kurdish and British have come together, and organisers aim to educate people on the importance of celebrating women.
Women absolutely are at the heart of everything. You know, without women, the world wouldn't exist. Women give birth to children, mashallah. They raise families, they raise children. They are educators of their family, and they currently run homes, but they also work.
The UK is now estimated to be home to almost 4 million Muslim people. The traditional food, activities and clothing are helping to educate those in attendance on a diversity of culture across the Muslim community. The celebration of Muslim women's arts, organised by MacFest, has helped bring women together from different backgrounds. Their aim is to help empower women through celebrating and recognising our artistic abilities, whilst also aiming to educate people on various cultures from around the world. For those in attendance today, the day has been nothing short of entertaining and insightful, and organisers and volunteers are keen to continue to emphasise the need to celebrate women. The Female Arts Festival has also attracted people from different European countries, such as Consul General of Ireland, Sarah Mangan.
Today's festival celebrates the creativity of women, and particularly obviously women from the Muslim community here in Manchester. If you look back through time, in terms of creativity, in terms of who's in museums and who's in art galleries, it's always the men. And this is an opportunity for the women to step forward and be recognised and their creativity to be celebrated.
As MacFest celebrates their 5th anniversary, organisers and volunteers hope to continue to use our platform to celebrate women for the years to come. Brooke Hennigan, Quays News.
And now for the sport.
But not just any sport.
Women's sport.
Our sport correspondent Afifa Raza interviewed sports and entertainment presenter Nia Navika to find out how women can break into the industry.
I've seen South Asian women present in sport, like I'm here for it, and it's International Women's Day as well. And I think personally I would look up to Seema Jaswal. Like I'd see somebody who looked like me on sports programs. She was on ITV, she covered the World Cup. It was amazing to see because, you know, I didn't really see that representation growing up. To see Bella Shah on Sky Sports News every day, like that's a huge move for South Asian women. And I think it's honestly just such a good way to kind of see how far we've come as well. So personally for me, I do think that we have made that change. I do think that we can do more, and I did see that, you know, there isn't that many of us, and I think there could be more.
It's International Barbie Day today, and since her creation in 1959, she's been a figure in young girls' lives. You look a bit like a Barbie today, to be fair, Ellie, but the question is, did you play with them?
I'm more of a Thomas the Tank Engine girl myself.
Well, you are missing out, I'm not going to lie. Harry, tell them.
Well, Barbie was began in 1959 after in 1956 the co-founder of Mattel, Ruth Handler, pitched a girl's fashion doll to her board of directors. 5 years later, Barbara Millicent Roberts, who is better known as Barbie, hit the shelves to great success. At the time of its launch, the only toys for girls were focused on being homemakers and mothers, and so Handler saw a gap in the market for girls to have a more versatile and three-dimensional toy. Over the next 5 years, the blonde-haired doll rocketed to success, making billions since its inception. The idea was that through the doll, a little girl would be able to see herself in whatever she wanted to do, representing that girls do have choices. Throughout a 63-year lifespan, Barbie's adopted a variety of careers, including astronaut, doctors, vets, and inspiring women and young girls to go into those professions themselves.
So what about today? How has Barbie changed over the years?
So over the years, Barbie's curvaceous figure has generated controversy by those who say it sets unrealistic body expectations for girls. And so in 1980, with the first ever black Barbie, we saw the beginning of a massive change, bringing in many more diverse dolls. In 2015, 176 new dolls were brought into the market. with 9 different body types, 35 skin tones and conditions, over 90 different hairstyles and textures. So now any girl, no matter her hair colour, skin colour, body type or religion, can see herself in Barbie.
That's great, Harry. Thank you for coming into the studio today.
Thank you.
With weather warnings up and down the country, our reporter Ellie is braving the cold to bring you a weather update.
A severe snow and ice warning has been issued by the Met Office, with snow expected from today all the way through to Sunday, with highs reaching up to 11 to -3, so remember to wrap up warm.
After that, I'm glad to be in the nice warm studio. Thank you, Elliot, for the advice.
That's all we have time for today.
Make sure to tune in to Quays TV at 3 p.m. tomorrow for a woman-inspired show.
Goodbye.